So guys, in this section we are going to discuss about the network hardening techniques. Means what are the techniques used for enhancing the security in a network. Okay, so we have already used some techniques which is performing and enhancing the networks, and let's talk about the more techniques. So first technique is device and service hardening. So device may be the network device like the switch, router and firewall. So these are, and more devices also, and the services like SSH, wave service, FTP service, TFTP service. All these services are used in a network. So how you can hardening the devices and the services? The first and very important, change the default password. Mostly devices are coming with a default password. Whenever you are receiving your router at your home router, you can find out there is a default password exists. So it is necessary change your default password, because if you search online, so all the vendor has published their default password on the website. If someone get your information of your device connected in the network, so it will first try to the default password. Okay, so always make the default password. So once you will change the default password, then it is necessary your password must have the complex and the length. Length means 8 to 12 character. Complex means having the capital letter, small letter, symbols and numbers. So your must be password should be complex. Another is a configure the role based access. Role based access means there is a multiple role like the normal user role, administrator role and some other type of the like audit, logging, auditing. So there is a different role are done by the different person. So different role have the different permission to access only required resources. Okay, so role based, and later on you will disable all the unneeded network services. For the example, you have the FTP service running on the machine, but there is a no use of the FTP, you are not sharing the data, so you will close this service. Whatever the unwanted services are running, so you will have to close unwanted service on the network device or and the end devices both. Disable all the unsecure protocol. What are the unsecure protocol? Like HTTP, FTP and SMTP, Telnet. These are unsecure protocol. So unsecure protocol must be disabled unsecure protocol. Whatever the unsecure protocol are exist, you will have to disable those. Another is a endpoint security. What is the endpoint? Endpoint consider the end devices. End devices means your laptop, your desktop, your server, your mobile device. These are the endpoint. And do the protection over the switch port. So what is the switch port? Already you know every switch has the multiple ports. So these ports are known as a switch port. So first is if disable all the unneeded switch port. Switch port means like there is a switch of the 24 switch are available in the device, but only 20 devices are connected. So there is a 4 port are remaining. So make it off. By using some commands, there is a make the switch and off. Okay. And disable the port. Administratively port will disable. Assign the black hole. So black hole is the location where all the traffic will be dropped. Dropped means finish all the traffic. So assigning the black hole in a VLAN, so the unwanted traffic will be redirected to on a black hole. And also there is some configuration you will have to done over the switch, where you can perform the different type of the technique. One is a configuring the MAC filtering, another is a configuring DAI, dynamic ARP inspection. So what is the MAC filtering? What is the MAC filtering? Over the wired network or over the wireless network? On the both network, wired or wireless. So on the wireless network, only the allowed MAC address will be connect with the network. For the example, you have the MAC address A is allowed to connect. You have the MAC address B allowed to connect. You have the MAC address C allowed to connect. If any other MAC address A1 will try to connect, it will be disconnected. Means it will not able to access the network. So MAC filtering means add the MAC addresses of the devices manually to filter those traffic. Another is a dynamic ARP inspection. Dynamic ARP inspection means inspection over the ARP table. Inspection over the ARP table or the MAC table or ARP request also. For the example, on this port number 1, on the port number F0/1, the first MAC address request will come like AA. Again on the same port there is a request of the VB, so it will be denied. Because what the hacker will do, if the hacker is there, so the original MAC is a, so what the hacker will do, hacker will try to MAC spoofing. So when the hacker send the MAC spoofing again, so it will be denied. It is called DAI, dynamic ARP inspection. DSCP snooping. DSCP already you know. If inside your network on the port number 1, on the port number FA01, there is a DSCP server. So when you enable the DSCP snooping, so only the DSCP request coming from the client will be only forwarded to this. If there is another port and here is a fake DSCP server exists, and this is, it will say I am the DSCP server, so the switch will deny its request, means block this port. So the rogue DSCP server cannot provide the IP address or the fake IP address to the clients. Only authorized DSCP server can provide the IP address. Another type of the neighbor discovery actually happened over the IPv6. So it is the inspection and only the router advertisement, means only authorized router advertisement will be allowed. Unauthorized router advertisement will not be allowed. Another is a port security. Port security can be implemented over the NAC, network access, means this port only accessed by this device like A1 MAC. Only A1 MAC can connect with the port. If this will try to connect on another port, so it will be denied. Means on the single port, single MAC address will be allowed. Another MAC address will be denied. It is called port security. So these type of the security can be implemented over the port and the network devices.